The Kel'Dor Force sensitive Plo Koon was a Jedi Council member that served during the days of the Clone War. Considered to be one of the best lightsaber duelists and pilots in the Order, the Jedi led the 104th Battalion, otherwise known as the Wolfpack, throughout the duration of the war. Unfortunately, like the other Jedi, he was oblivious to the hidden darkness that resided in front of their noses, in the form of Chancellor Palpatine. The Sith Lord had carefully manipulated the Jedi into engaging in political affairs, and alongside his master Plagueis, and then his apprentice Dooku, started a war on their terms. The trust given to the clone army by the Jedi was a major piece of the Sith grand plan, as they had implemented control chips into each clone trooper at birth, obeying the commands of the Supreme Chancellor. Although Plo Koon and the Council had been able to discover that former Master Sifo Dyas had founded the clone army with Dooku, they never solved the true reason behind its creation, and they were all betrayed upon Sidious' execution of Order 66. Plo Koon had successfully led the Republic to a victory on the planet of Cato Neimoidia with the help of the 442nd Siege Battalion. But on a returning patrol flight, he was shot down by the clone trooper captain Jag, following most of the other Jedi to their deaths. But what if Plo Koon survived? How would he impact the battle against the Empire? As you will see, Plo Koon's survival could have affected the destiny of many others. In the skies of Cato Neimoidia, Plo Koon headed a squadron of ARC-170 starfighters, circling the stronghold of New Gunray. As they passed over a canyon, the Jedi Master sensed a massive shockwave in the Force, and instinctively turned his ship into the fog. But behind him, the laser cannons of his battalion fired without relent, striking his deflector shield generator, then one of his J-44 sublight engines, sending the starfighter out of control. Plo Koon managed to use all of his skill to dive between a formation of mountains, and skip to a halt in a vast ocean, scarcely believing what had just occurred. The ship's specifically integrated astromech R4F5 had been heavily damaged, but the Jedi Master repaired it with the tools aboard the ship, and tried to find a signal from any Jedi neighbouring planets, but he found nothing. Gazing at the ships above him, the Kel'Dor Master abandoned his starfighter and walked to dry land. Suddenly, he heard a scrambled noise over his radio, and he could discern the voice of Commander Wolf. Plo Koon is suspicious that he was being searched by his other battalion, but the clone reveals that he had removed his inhibitor chip, alongside the others like Boost, Comet and Sinker, and they would try to gather any other clone troopers. The Wolfpack are unable to mount a rescue due to the Titan security, so the Jedi Master has to try to leave on his own. Entering a separatist palace, the Jedi carefully avoided the patrolling clones, who has completed their takeover, and he found a hangar. To his annoyance, he was entirely surrounded by clones, but he remained calm enough to utilise his vast telekinetic powers by lifting a large ornamental pillar to crush them. Before more could arrive, Plo Koon hopped into an ARC-170 starfighter and vanished into the skies. With his stolen ship, the Jedi is able to intercept the transmissions between clones and discovers a signal had been sent out by the Jedi Temple and that it was a trap for the Jedi. Nonetheless, he knew that it was the best chance for him to find the Force sensitives, and he entered a hyperspace ring to speed his journey. As he approached the planet, he sensed a brighter light in the Force, and he realised that the former Jedi Padawan Ahsoka Tano was alive through his connection to her. The Jedi felt hope for the first time since Order 66 had begun, and guided himself to the cold moon. Landing by the wreckage of the Tribunal, he saw Clone Trooper Rex, but felt his wounds from afar before approaching the hooded Ahsoka. As she is about to drop her lightsaber, she turns to face the Jedi Master, who had brought her to the Jedi Temple. Ahsoka bowed and silently gestured for them to fly away before the Empire arrived. Plo Koon suggested she drop him off on Coruscant, as it was their best hope of fighting in the future, and Ahsoka reluctantly granted the request. Before landing outside of the temple, Rex is informed of the survival of the Wolfpack and begins to search for the loyal clones. Plo Koon turned from the departing ship and walked into his former home, feeling the death and suffering that had recently occurred. Yoda and Obi-Wan had just arrived from their own escapes and completed their deactivation of the beacon when they felt the council member enter the security station. The Jedi are delighted for his survival, and Yoda decides they should join Obi-Wan as the Grand Master tackled Palpatine. No words had to be exchanged, as they ran to Padme's apartment, finding the Senate in a horrible state of mind. Plo Koon realised that she was their only hope if they tried to turn Anakin to the light, and against the wishes of Obi-Wan, placed a tracking beacon on her ship before entering into another ship. That is it for part 1 of What If Plo Koon Survived. If you'd like to see a part 2 soon, or any more of this Order 66 Survived series, please like this video, turn on the notification bell, click that subscribe button on this channel, as well as on my other channel What If Films. And as always, leave a comment on what if you'd all like to see next, and how I can improve my videos. Thank you all very much for watching, and see you next time.